always just look at this way, you know. So just see this. Bodhicitta is not difficult. It makes difficult because of mental affliction. You see, bodhicitta makes everything easy, peaceful. See, harmony within. You see, not outside, not to show, not this, not that. Look at inside. Establish yourself, and then see how to make it happen. No, which prevents the bodhicitta to manifest, which makes the bodhicitta to come in. It is all our mental afflictions, you see. There are so many phases about that. It can come from right, from left, from anywhere, you know, and they always try to find the space, you know. And so so bodhicitta, we should understand, is easy. We can embrace it, we can practice it, because our Buddha nature is the bodhicitta. You see, and Buddha nature is within us. We call Buddha nature, it is called basic goodness. You know, the basic goodness is within us. Everyone has the basic goodness, see, but it doesn't allow to manifest. It's because the mental afflictions is surrounded there. This all kind of chemical, artificial. No, the Buddha nature is not chemical. Buddha nature is the real nature itself. No, and it's called unfabricated, you know, uncontrived. See, it means it's not chemical. No, it is, it's not artificial. So artificial means not real. See, chemical is harmful. So all mental afflictions are chemical. All our mental afflictions are artificial. So that we need to take care of by manifesting the Buddha nature itself, the basic goodness there. So just reflect on that, meditate on that. You see, you see. So just now this, if everybody has this translation, it's very good. Now this translation is quite good. The first one is I did it in the 80s. Not too bad, but it's improved. So I should appreciate this, you know, instead of I'm being jealous. You know? I should acknowledge which is better. You know? I should not say it's mine, you know. Anybody who did it, I respect, I appreciate. You know? So that my ego, I reduce my ego. The food and wealth are like a dew on a blade of grass, you see. We did that. Now there's, you know, the happiness of assembly of gods and men is alive. The joy and the suffering of wheel of samsara. You see, joy means happiness, and the suffering. Just you know, samsara is always that. Sometimes we suffer, we struggle, to work hard, and there's some happiness. And then without choice, it changes to suffering. Then we work hard, work hard, work hard to change that and get some happiness. And then that changes into suffering. There's no end, you see. That's why, as mentioned, Dharma is the way how to get out of this boundary. See, the Dharma is the sharp knife, to cut that boundary. The critical insight, see, the critical insight is a sharp knife to cut that chain of that surrounding. So, the joy and suffering of the wheel of samsara. So, can you put your trust in them? These are so precious, you see. Just you don't ask the question. You just contemplate yourself, he's saying. He's saying, no, don't accept what I say, but you investigate yourself. Make sure you understood. See, it's very important, you see. Then, now to the father tree trunk of bodhicitta. The partiality of disciple is a lie. Non-virtuous and misleading friends think, can you put your trust in them? See. See. Here, bodhicitta has two metaphors, the father and the tree trunk. Just father, in a family, they have maybe, let's say, 5 children. The father has to treat all the 5 children equally. If the father becomes a partial, I like this, my child more than that, then others will be jealous. And there comes the problem. If the father treats all the 5 children equally, everybody will respect the father. Doesn't matter who they are. The father treating us equally. As well, the tree, a big giant, like in California, we have a red tree, redwood tree. All the leaves, branches comes from the same trunk. Equally, it grown from the same tree. There's no partial. No. So bodhicitta is like that. Who has a bodhicitta should treat everyone as equal. Who is the real bodhicitta? Unbiased. So just look at this, so meditate on this practice. It's not so easy, but you practice, it happens. Step by step. There's a saying, when Buddha met one man who has a wealth, but he's very stingy. He even doesn't want to share a penny to others. but he's so devoted to Buddha. And he said, I have a problem, to Buddha. So Buddha said, what kind of problem you have? I have some wealth, but for me, it's very difficult to share. I don't want to share, Then Buddha said, no, you try, So you just go to your farm, like say, a vegetable. Just pick up a few vegetables in your right hand. And he said, yes, okay. He picked some vegetables. And then Buddha said, now give to your left hand. So then he gave to his left hand. And then Buddha said, back to the right hand. So I said, do this. And then he started getting some help, Then he started giving some, So now you just not only use your left hand, you just give to others. Then he feels more comfortable. Slowly, And then he learned from that. Buddha said, you see, you learn from there, step by step. You practice that way. Slowly, Then after some time, Buddha said, you can see even your whole body as like a vegetable. No fear to give. No hesitate to give. It's just a matter of time. So like that, you see, so Buddha was so skillful. Buddha doesn't have such a great high expectation from a very poor practitioner. But Buddha expects him to grow step by step, leading the path, So nowadays, sometimes, some our teachers, if the student is smart, gifted, accept easily, and the student is not so smart, neglect that, That's it's a little strange, Whether smart or gifted or not smart, stupid, should accept anybody, without bias. We should treat all equally. Give teachings to everyone if they're interested. That's the Bodhisattva's way, how to help other sentient beings. We should also practice that way. So that you see, the bodhicitta, that's what it's, So there's the partiality of disciple is a lie. So regarding to this, you see, Lord Jigten Sumgon, there's a saying, Chepa Chenzen, he can fulfill the wishes of such a gifted disciple, highly accomplished disciple. He can also help those who are so inferior, those who don't have any kind of quality, ability, and he helps all there. If you read his life story, meaning to behold, as that I have translated. So you can read there, you can find there. So anyway, the partiality of disciple is a lie. Non-virtuous and misleading friends. So this makes the non-virtue and misleading. The bias, that becomes the racist, biased, partial. So in the Buddha's teaching, so these are something that we have to purify Everyone has to purify. Misleading friends. And now in the bodhicitta, as you know, so just to remind, before we practice the bodhicitta, first we need to cultivate loving kindness, compassion, and all above that I mentioned. Then to free from all the suffering, what we should do is to attain the Buddhahood. Now, what we should do to attain Buddhahood, cultivate bodhicitta. The bodhicitta, now there are two, relative bodhicitta and the action bodhicitta. The aspiration bodhicitta. Aspiration bodhicitta, first you aspire to Buddhahood. So I want to attain the Buddhahood. Now, first cultivate that. Now, what should we do to become Buddha? Now, we follow the path, you see. Now, how to follow the path? And they practice the 6 parameters. Or say, practice the virtuous practice, and the 10 virtues. Avoid the 10 non-virtues. So no, there's a foundation, very important. So yes, then avoiding the 10 non-virtues, practicing the 10 virtues, and after that, practice the 6 parameters or 10 parameters we have, and then follow step by step. So therefore, these non-virtuous and misleading friends or anyone, so you cannot trust them. You cannot follow them. It's not right to follow them. Okay. Then next, you see, when you understand that all sentient beings are your parents, attachment to self-cherishing is a lie. The hearer's vehicle of self-liberation, can you put your trust in it? Now that, this we have to understand the rebirth. Rebirth from beginningless time until now. We are born from beginningless time until now. Doesn't matter, in a life, human, animals. And each of these life, when we were reborn, we have parents. Now these all details you know. These all parents, they raise their offspring, their child, day by day, month by month, year by year, sacrificing their hardship, their health, So because of that, we owe so much. Like in this life, just as a human being, mother first give birth, then raise the child with all different means. The parents, the mother worked hard, take care, And then you see, even they don't have enough, they try, work hard to make available anything to the child. Even there are some very poor, you can see in the world nowadays, the mother is crying for her child. She's begging for the child to feed. Look at these. And just It breaks our heart. So look at Taoism. This is nothing, it's a religion. It's not a belief system. It's reality. No? Everywhere. Doesn't matter what they believe or don't believe. Doesn't matter whether they're rich or poor. They have things. Even animals, even insects, as I mentioned, birds. No? So how you can attach to yourself and sacrificing them, forgetting them, you know. As I mentioned, solipsistic. How you can be solipsistic? How you can be very selfish? So you say, cultivate this, as I mentioned, bodhicitta for all other sentient beings. The hero's vehicle of self-liberation. Now here Jigten is not saying the heroes are bad, no. But when we have choice, so first don't follow that path, must follow bodhisattvas. Because the heroes to become Buddha, it takes a long time, much longer time to become Buddha. So because of that, he's encouraging we all should follow the bodhisattva's path. No, right from the beginning, we start with cultivating bodhicitta, and achieve the enlightenment. See, so that's he's encouraging to us that can you put your trust in it? Then next, there comes the causality. When you become convinced of cause and result of karma, result of cause, causality, the instruction of non-effort is a lie. Thunder without rain in an empty sky, can you put your trust in it? Sometimes when you study, practice like a Mahamudra, then they say there's no virtue, there's no non-virtue. No, there's nothing to make effort. Said that is not the complete teaching. From the point of view of empty itself, yes, the virtue's nature is empty. The non-virtue nature is empty. But within that emptiness, the causality manifests. So emptiness cannot transcend the causality. See, this is very important. Now, many people like Mahamudra because if you're Mahamudra, everything's just play, this play of this, that, play of your mind. It's like a cloud, they come and go. There's nothing to achieve, there's nothing to avoid, Then people are like, oh, I like that. But not understanding the cause is underneath, because the causality itself is emptiness. Like you see, the form is emptiness, and emptiness is the form. Form is no other than emptiness, and emptiness is also no other than form. You see, you cannot separate. You cannot separate form from the emptiness from the form. Right now, we have no realization. Therefore, we are dualistic. You see, the form is something you see, touch. Emptiness, you cannot see, touch. Dualistic, you see. But in reality itself, it's non-duality. Samsara itself is nirvana. Nirvana itself is samsara when you don't realize. It's just a matter of realization. So that's why I mentioned practice. It's very important. We have to practice every day. No, like deity yoga practice or any practice. No, or when you read Heart Sutra, you just follow that, meditate on that, in the non-duality nature. See, then we are convinced about the causality. So that's why, you know, if you know the path, no, I should say, bhumis, from first bhumi to the 10th bhumi, I hope everybody knows, you know, emptiness is realized when the first bhumi, you see, but you are not Buddha. Long way to go. What that means, the causality is not taken care of. You see, need to take care of the causality step by step. Purify all this. This is a very important instruction. So that's why we need such a good teacher. See, otherwise some teachers, they teach you emptiness. Say, now you are practicing emptiness. There's nothing to avoid, nothing to achieve, you know, just enjoy your life. Then we make mess, you see. You see. Then I'm sure that you can see there are a lot of, you know, it's a cult the cult members, it's come from there, you know. So Milarepa said, you know, Milarepa said, in reality, emptiness is easier to understand than the causality. He said, I practiced this way because I was convinced about the causality. The causality was totally, you know, just came in my mind without doubt. Because of that, I practice rigorously and achieve the Buddhahood. So we all practitioners, you know, when you practice Mahamudra, don't too relax. I mean, don't too relax in the sense of the taking care of the karma, the cause, okay? I'm not saying don't relax in the Dharma practice. You should relax in the Dharma practice. You should enjoy the Dharma, but don't relax the causality, you know? It's very much, the whole system in the world, you see, constitutes within the causality. So this is a very important point, you see. So otherwise he's saying, you know, he is saying, thunder without rain in empty sky, you see. Very good example. Thunder, you know, make a big noise, no rain. So emptiness make a big noise, no result. So that's why I say the causality, one nature of the causality, or it's called Shila, moral ethics. The one nature of the moral ethics and Mahamudra. More you take care of the morality, then it supports to realize the Mahamudra. More you practice the Mahamudra, your mind becomes more sharp to understand the morality. So then at the end, they are inseparable. So that's why when Buddha attained Buddhahood, they like say 10 strength, 18 now unmixed qualities, all achieved. These are the result of the taking care of the morality. Make sense? So we as a Dharma practitioner, these are very important point. And the cause, you see, as mentioned, one most important point is the nature of the causality is emptiness. And the emptiness is manifests in the causality. Whatever cause we created, result manifests. So we cannot ignore the cause. Because the causality itself is nothing but emptiness. Emptiness itself is causality. So these are such a precious instruction. Can you put trust in it means non-effort. Cannot trust in that. And next, for the guru who has experience and realization, the demons, obstacles, and strain are a lie, chattering prayers like a parrot. See, can you put your trust in it here? So see, now this is such a precious instruction, you see. Now, guru, this showing the ability of the guru, the quality of the guru. Guru who has very good understanding of the teaching, what Buddha taught, and experience in that, particularly bodhicitta. Bodhicitta study, bodhicitta practice. When Guru has that kind of ability and quality, then, demons, obstacles, they will take care of myself. The demon cannot create obstacles. Nothing can go wrong. See, because always following the right path. Then we don't have to chant so much mantra. See, chattering prayers like a parrot, with see, that's what I mean. You see, I mentioned before, nothing's wrong with chanting mantras. Of course, we should chant mantras, no doubt. But without understanding, without having this wisdom, just totally relying on the just mantra itself is not enough. See? Because the parrot can chant mantra as well. When you teach the parrot, say, "Oh, mani padme hum," says, "Oh, mani padme hum," But parrots have no idea what that is, Now, it makes sense? It's very important. Dharma practitioner, we have to understand the Dharma. Means we become better person, more reliable, more resourceful. See, when there's confusion, there's a resource. How to dispel the confusion. How to free the samsara, How to free from samsara. Here, this is such an important point. Now, sometimes you see, just this is an example. Individual practitioner do a good meditation and got a real good shamatha, just a shamatha, you know. In the shamatha, there comes sometimes very clear, even you can see future, you know. And that practitioner, student, goes to the teacher. So, oh, I see, I got such a great shamatha. I can see this, you know. And the teacher says, oh, you are enlightened. You know? Then there comes the mess, you see. Then the student think, oh, I'm enlightened. Oh, you know. So teachers should have such a great quality to introduce what's the right. You are in this place. Your achievement is not enough. You need to go further. That's why you see, when Kampupa was with the Milarepa, Kampupa was meditating so well. Oh, daytime he received the teachings. Nighttime he meditates, practice. Then one day he saw 1,000 Buddha. Just not directly he saw Buddha. And he was so delighted, so happy and excited. Went to Milarepa. So Guru, today I saw the Buddha, 1,000 Buddha, you know, including Buddha Shakyamuni, you know. Milarepa said, this is neither good nor bad. Continue, you know. Kampupa was a little bit, you know, even though my teacher said neither good nor bad, but still I feel good. You know? See, Kampupa was highly accomplished master. Still that can't happen. And meet like Milarepa. Then after that, after some months, then Kampupa saw, you know, Vajra, you know, in the sky, oh, the 9 deities, all this. And again he went to Milarepa. I saw this. Milarepa said, oh, this is neither good nor bad. Still continue your practice, you know. So then after a year, saw something, then Milarepa said, come on, the Kampupa. And then this all in his life, the Milarepa's 100,000 song there, you can see there. Then Milarepa said, now you can go back to Central Tibet, but continue the meditation practice. You saw Nirmanakaya. You saw Sambhogakaya. Now you have to see Dharmakaya. You see, you have to continue. So then Kampupa went back to Central Tibet for 6 years, meditated. Finally, he achieved the Dharmakaya. Buddhahood, you see, that's how the lineage is established. It's not just intellectual lineage, no, but the lineage of the experienced lineage. So we practitioners follow accordingly. Practice that way, meditate that way. So this is what is saying here, what I'm saying here, for the guru who has experience and realization is about. See, the demons, obstacles, and strains are alive. For them, there's nothing. It's all within in the emptiness now. Can take it care of. The obstacle cannot take away. The demons cannot take away. You know? So you don't just rely on the chattering, you know, mantras. You teach the mean thing, real thing. So think, can you put your trust in that? Okay, we're doing good. Then next, when you realize the nature of your mind, the three limitless kalpas are also a lie. The deceptive vehicle of expedient meaning. Think, can you put your trust in it? So now this nature of the mind here means the total nature, not just partial. When you realize that, then you don't have to depend on the three limitless kalpas or three limitless eons. Now, in the history, you can hear Buddha Shakyamuni, he practiced for three limitless eons. You have heard of that, sure. And the Vajrayana can, through the practice of Vajrayana, one can achieve the Buddhahood in the single lifetime, like Milarepa did. So here Jigten Sumgon is saying, you not just only can't say wait for three limitless eons to become Buddha. So you can make effort. You can try. Even one lifetime or 100 lifetimes. Or thousand lifetimes. It's not just stuck with that. Don't just stuck with that. Just go forward, he's saying. If you can make effort, you can achieve Buddhahood even one lifetime. So make effort. This is what it means, you see. So here I said, three limitless kalpas are also a lie. This doesn't mean it's not true. Because you cannot, you should not just rely on that much. Just go forward. So it's a deceptive vehicle for expedient meaning. If you just rely on that, it becomes a deceptive. Some people literally can stay with that. So I said, don't do that. Go forward. Purify yourself. Practice yourself. Follow the Dharma. And make effort as much as you can. So this is what I can say here. Now the last one, saying, in this cemetery gathering, relax. Are you sad, son, being alone? Alone. Since all is impermanent and must die, Rinjeta, don't be attached to your concept. Now here she said, don't attach to your concept, to your feeling. So I could not do anything, so don't attach to that. So release your mind totally. Don't be depressed. Don't be too sad. Jesus will say, I'm here for you. You just go forward. So he's saying, if your mind is still attached, transfer it to your guru's heart. So I'm here, I'm your guru. So you can transfer your mind into mine. And your nature of the mind and my nature of the mind, no different. So this is the skill, you see, of the great teacher, see. That's why Guru Yoga is so important. As last time I I explained, the Guru Yoga of Jigten Sumgon and Guru Yoga of the Vajradhara. You see, they're so precious. So through the proper instruction of the receiving the empowerment, you see, step by step, and you purify your mind, you see. Then see there you have a great chance to see, to realize your mind. Even though the practice is very short, but very profound. See, this goes called the skillful method of the Vajrayana. That's why Jigten was mentioning, don't rely on the three limitless kalpa. You have right now, you have a chance. Don't obstacles take away your opportunity. Obstacles surrounding should not allow, you take away by your opportunity. That's the Dharma, you see. This is not, as mentioned, this is not a religious belief. This is the actual, a path you can follow. So here, when you practice Guru Yoga, you take the Vajradhara as your root guru, or Jigten Sumgon as your root guru. You see, because they are enlightened, and their bodhicitta stays with us until the end of the samsara. This is the reason, you see. So you practice this. So if you're, you're still attached to, then you transfer to my mind, and I will take care of you. See, that's what's called the great guru, the enlightened guru teacher. When when there's a difficult situation happens, and there we need the guru, the qualified guru to help us, not just intellectualize, but practical approach. How to solve the obstacles. So this is obstacle for him, He suddenly died with feeling of little embarrassment, and then he stuck there, nowhere to go. And there comes the Jigten Sumgon and gives all these teachings, step by step. Do this, do that, See, all right from the beginning, as I mentioned, those words, they count. Without the first step, there's no second step, you see. When you climb up the ladder, from the first to the end, all are important. The last is important, but without the first, you cannot jump on the last one. See, when you grow the tree, the top tree is very important, but without the first, you cannot have the tree. Now here mentioned this not in the text we have this 7 hicks and this and that, but as push that spear down to its original location with the sound of car. This is the Guru Yoga practice, receiving the full empowerment, that's the real power. In this, it's called Dhammakaya power. In the Dhammakaya power, there's no sound, there's no symbols, there's no syllables, just totally immersing your mind as the Guru's mind. So Guru's mind is in Dhammakaya, and your mind is natural to Dhammakaya. There's no symbols, there's no sound. And then if you want to do detail, there's a power, there's a Jigten Sumgon's power. We need to translate in his commentary, in his textbook, Kabum. No, you visualize Guru, and then there's a syllable, and then there's a like hik, 7 hiks, or this, and then all this back this step by step there, or the details. But here she's saying, just you transfer your mind in the Guru's mind, like receiving the four empowerments. Dissolve. Either you dissolve in the Guru's mind or Guru's mind dissolve into you, no difference. But you do that. And that's the Dharmakaya power. The ultimate power. See how profound it is, how precious it is. So this is today's very short explanation that I try my best. Now, if you have any questions.
Rinpoche.
Yes, sir.
Rinpoche, first I'd like to thank you for this really amazing teaching today.
Okay.
I see you as the guru with the qualities that you're describing in this very teaching. So I think it's a blessing. And I want to thank Chicago too for the Ratnashri Center for requesting this teaching, because the elevation of this teaching is amazing. I wouldn't even know where to begin with questions, but you provided so many answers to questions I've already had that I just wanted to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart.
This is your Chicago teacher, Drubyo Rinche Dorje Rinpoche. Many months ago, he requested. And I was so happy because we are very close each other, And so today is a good chance. I just share this, yes. So I'm also very grateful you are the Sangha of the Chicago, and you are very fortunate. You have such a good teacher. I can't hear. He's saying something.
Charlie, you're muted.
Paula.
Oh, sorry about that. Can you hear me, Rinpoche?
Yeah, now I can hear, yes.
Oh, I don't know how that happened. I'm new to Zoom teachings, but I'm not with the Chicago Center. I'm with the Rigson Center in Albuquerque. But
Okay,
I was thanking you on behalf of everyone who's attending this event for this occasion, because it's amazing. Thank you, Rinpoche.
Thank you so much for your participation.
Rinpoche, for the Dharmakaya Poa, should the practice be done at the completion of the Guru Yoga, or should the practice be married to the Dharmakaya Guru Yoga?
Guru Yoga practice itself is the Dharmakaya power. There's no separate.
Okay.
When you receive the fourth empowerment, especially when the Guru is dissolved into you, that is the Dharmakaya power. If you have the ability to meditate on that. Okay.
So within the Dharmakaya,
within the sphere of the Dharmakaya.
So the Dharmakirti's Mahamudra cycle, the text was translated with the Guru Yoga happening in three sections.
Mhm.
There is the Nirmanakaya Guru Yoga, then there is a Sambhogakaya one, and then there is a Guru Yoga without reference point.
Yes,
That's the Guru Yoga that you're referring to.
that's right. That's what I'm talking about.
Thank you, Rinpoche.
Sure, sure. Anybody?
So, hello, Rinpoche.
Yeah, MLO. Okay.
I just want to say hello. It's nice to see you again.
Yes, nice to see you. You're from Chile? From where? From
Yeah, from Chile.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you for all your blessings and your teachings.
Yes, yes. That's
Yeah,
wonderful. Qué bueno.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, yes.
Rinpoche, someone posted a message in the chat, and the message reads, does Rinpoche have any advice for channels, winds, and drops?
What should I say now? That's another big subject. So it cannot be described in a few minutes. Yes,
Rinpoche,
yes.
can you explain again the emptiness cannot transcend causality?
Yeah, emptiness cannot ignore, another we should say, emptiness cannot ignore the causality. Understand?
Cannot ignore the causality.
Ignore, yes. Or cannot transcend means cannot get rid of.
Get rid of.
Yeah. Because causality itself is emptiness.
Causality is emptiness.
Itself is emptiness.
Okay.
So emptiness cannot rid of the emptiness, you know.
Kenshin,
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Kenshin La
Yes,
Chatsap.
Sarah.
I would just like to say, even though I've heard these teachings many times, every time you teach, it's so fresh, so fresh, and goes another layer deeper and strengthens me. And I remember it for the whole week until I see you again. And I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
Yeah, yes, you know, as I mentioned, not only you, everyone, you all, your participation, I really appreciate. And because of your interest in the Dharma and your devotion to the Dharma and your continuation following the Dharma makes my work worthwhile, helpful. No, it's not to develop my ego, but as a service to the Buddha.
Your work is essential. You're an essential worker.
It's a service for the Buddha, you know, because Buddha taught this teaching to all sentient beings. And we're just working hard to appreciate Buddha. So all your practice is also service for the Buddha. This will make Buddha happy, not by offering incense or light.
Stay healthy and live long.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Please keep teaching us, and thank you so much for teaching us.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. Okay, now please take a deep breath. Exhale. Now please refresh today's teaching and just reflect how much benefit you got, and just look at how the wonderful Buddha's wisdom is about. As I mentioned, it's not just a religion, it's not a Buddhism, but it is explanation, teachings about the reality, nature of the universe. So it's everybody's actually need to require to follow the path, but most don't have fortune to follow. So we have, so we should rejoice our life, meditate, and continue your progress into the path. Now, please say a few dedication prayers.
Great Vajradhara, Tilopa, Naropa, Marpa, Milarepa, Dharma Lord Gambopa, and Phagmodrupa, and Conqueror Drikungpa, please bestow upon us the most auspicious blessings of all you Kagyu Gurus. By this merit may I achieve the all-knowing state. May all who wander on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara by defeating enemies for faults and delusions. By the virtues collected in the three times, in samsara and nirvana, and the innate virtue, and in the primordially co-emergent mandala of the mind, may I realize the exalted intention of Jigten Gompo. The indivisibility of the two truths is the exalted form of Vajradhara. In all lifetimes, may I never be separated from the perfect gurus, but enjoy the richness of the glorious Dharma. Having thoroughly perfected the exalted qualities of the grounds and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajradhara. May the 80,000 classes of obstructors be pacified, thus freeing this place from unfavorable and harmful conditions. May harmonious and excellent endowments be established, and with this auspiciousness bring about bliss and happiness. May there be well-being in the world and good harvests, much yield of grain and a flourish of Dharma. May auspiciousness be established in all places and all that is wished for fulfilled. May the collection of favorable conditions and resources for the Dharma, for ourselves and others, be fulfilled according to our wishes. May the multitude of disease, evil spirits, obstructors, hindrances, and others be appeased and pacified. Bodhicitta, the excellent and precious mind, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it is born, may not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. I pray for the excellent health of the gurus and Kenshin, and may the guru's supreme long life be long, and may the guru's activities spread far and wide, and may I be blessed not to be separated from the gurus. Just as heroic Manjushri knows everything as it is, and Samanta Bhadra, who is thus as well, so too will I follow in their path and perfectly dedicate all the virtues accumulated. Through this dedication, praise that's supreme by the conqueror of the three times, I dedicate all these virtues to accomplish the noble deeds by the blessing of the Buddhas who have attained the three kayas, by the blessing of the truth of unchanging Dharma as such, by the blessing of an indivisible Sangha order. May these dedications and aspiration prayers be accomplished by the truth of the three jewels and the blessing of all the Buddhas, bodhisattvas, and by the great might of all the complete perfections of the two accumulations, and this strength of completely pure and inconceivable dharmata, may this be attained accordingly. By the virtues collected in the three times, by me and all the entities of samsara and nirvana, may I and all sentient beings quickly attain unsurpassed, perfect, complete, precious awakening. May the teachings of the great Drikungpa Ratnashiri, the all-knowing Dharma Lord, master of interdependence, continue to increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation until the end of samsara.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Gracias, Rinpoche.
Yes.
Muchas gracias, Rinpoche.
Yeah, gracias. Gracias.
Thank you, Kenshin.
Thank you, Lama.
Please take care. Please take care, everybody. Please take care.
Thank you very much.
We love you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Kenshin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rinpoche.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Kenshin.
much.
Emma
Thank you,
ho.
Linda.
Emma ho.
Thank you.
Rula, thank you so much for precious teachings.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rinpoche. See you next week.
Thank you, Rinpoche. Good night.